Good morning, guys. It is bright and early 6 a.m. on race day. I woke up about an hour ago at 5. I wanted to have some time to like prep and get ready for the race. Take a shit, if you know what I mean. My stomach gets a little bit nervous before races and I don't want to have to stop in the porta potty and use it. So made sure I woke up early, ate some oatmeal, and yeah, I'm drinking my electrolytes right now and I'm getting ready. We're gonna be heading out here about like 6:45-ish. My race starts at 7:30. My friend Erica's race starts at 7. She's running the half marathon. I'm running the 10K. So my race starts 30 minutes after her. So I'm drinking some electrolytes to make sure I have some good hydration. I'm gonna be bringing another electrolyte pack with me to have in my vest, and then also a water as well. I don't think I'm gonna need 2 water bottles, to be honest with you. It's 6 miles or 6.2 miles, but it's pretty chilly here right now in LA. If you guys didn't know, we're in LA right now. Santa Monica is where we're doing our races. So it's pretty chilly here. I don't think I'm going to need 2 waters. If I was running in Vegas, I would need 2 waters, but I think I'm gonna be fine. So I'll probably just bring both, and then when I get there, I'll just either bring 2 with me in my vest or just bring 1 depending on how I feel. But I also wanna show you guys what I'm taking with me for my race day and like kind of how I have prepared, I guess, the things that I'm bringing to prepare for race day. Not prepared in terms of training. I can always go over that at the end of this video. I think in my 5K video, I talked a little bit about how I got into running, training, the things that I've been doing. So I'm gonna show you guys all those things. We also brought Miss Girly with us to LA. So good morning. Yesterday, we took her to the Santa Monica Pier and we did like, I'm not even kidding, like a 5-mile walk. So she got to go to the beach. She got to walk to Cava with us, and she got to go see the ocean in Santa Monica. So she's a happy girl. I have my electrolytes right here in my hydro jug. I'm gonna show you guys the brand of electrolytes that I'm drinking. I have this Sports Research Hydrate Electrolytes in Cherry Pomegranate. I love cherry pomegranate. I'm currently drinking the lime one. I just wanted to get some electrolytes in my system before I run this morning, and then I'm gonna be putting this into my water pack in my vest so I can have some more electrolytes when I'm running and after my run. These are my 2 water bottles. I bring these on my runs. You guys may or may not have seen these before in my videos. I talked about these in my running essentials. I would love to get some bigger ones whenever I start training for my half marathon, but for right now, these do the job. I believe they're 8 fluid ounces each, so just these 2 little ones. I'm probably only gonna end up taking more in the race, but like I said, I'm gonna bring both just in case. I have my Oakley sunglasses. Headphones, these are my Shokz Open Air Fit, I think that's what they're called. They're Open Air Pro. I love these. I got these a week and a half ago or so, and I love them because they have the open ear feature. So this is also an open course, which means that it's not blocked off, so like pedestrians can be walking. I don't think there's gonna be that many pedestrians walking since it's like 7:30 in the morning, but it's nice because I can hear people around me, and I also like it just for safety features. So whenever I'm running alone, I can hear all the people around, things like that. So yeah, I love these. They're Shokz. I also have them linked in my like to know it down below if you guys want to check them out. Literally probably my favorite headphones. I love them. I'm also bringing my Holy Grail. I love this stuff. This is the Gold Bond Friction Dense, bless you, chafing stick. I already applied it. I don't think I'm gonna chafe that bad because it's not super hot out. When I'm in the Vegas heat, I would probably need to reapply this mid-run, but I'm gonna bring it just because I'd rather be safe than sorry. There's nothing worse than chafing during a run. Sometimes my arms will also chafe whenever they rub against my vest, so I just wanna make sure I'm prepared so I don't have any pain or anything on my run. Also bringing a Nature's Bakery Fig Bar. I had oatmeal this morning, so I should be good on carbs, but just in case I get a little bit hungry, I ate oatmeal at like 5:15. It's almost 6:15, so it's been like an hour since I ate, so I should be good, but I'm still gonna bring this just in case, like mid-run or towards the end of a run, I just need some carbs or something. And then lastly, we have my running vest. I went over all the details and features of why I love this vest in my running essentials video. I have that on my channel if you guys wanna go watch it, but my running vest from Lululemon, I love it. I also have a chapstick in here as well because sometimes my lips get chapped during a run and I don't like that. So I have chapstick as well, but all the goodies with me, and yeah, we are ready for race day. Also wanted to show you guys my outfit because I know I'm gonna get questions about it. I'm actually gonna go out where it's a little bit brighter, but this is my outfit. It is from Amazon. Have it linked to my Amazon if you guys want to check it out. Sports bra is from CRZ Yoga. It's an orange, neon orange sports bra. I love it. I mean, support wise, like I feel like it's very hard for me to find pretty supportive bras, but I also like yes, my boobs bounce when I run a little bit, but it's not to the point where it's like, I don't feel it. Like I don't even notice it's there. So yeah, I was at comments saying I should wear a more supportive bra. I really don't feel it. My boobs like are not ginormous or anything, but I just don't really feel it whenever I run. So that's where the sports bra is from. It has an open back Y. It's a longer line sports bra. I love longer line sports bras. And then my shorts are also from CRZ Yoga. They're basically dupes for the Lululemons. What I like about them is they have the open side on the feet, the open side. So for big thighs, they don't like ride up or roll up or anything. They're super breathable, which I love. And then I just have my Buff Bunny Threads jacket on because it's a little bit chilly. But once I start running, I'm gonna be fine. So I'm just wearing this to the race. And then for shoes, these are my New Balances. These are the Fresh Foam V13 1080s. I think that's what they're called. I have them linked in my like to know it as well, if you guys want to check these out. These are my favorite running shoes, but I always tell you guys, go to a running store, get fitted, figure out what running shoes work best for you. But I love these. I'm probably gonna end up getting a new pair before I run my half in November, but I love these and I will honestly probably get these again. They are just my favorite. We are all ready to go. I'm strapped up. Right, babe? We're gonna leave early so we can go get him a coffee, and then I'm probably just gonna give Eli my camera to vlog a little bit whenever I'm finishing the race and stuff. But I will be doing some clips on my camera for my TikTok. The weather is literally so perfect. It makes me forget about how much I miss California weather compared to Vegas weather, but it's like a little bit chilly out, has like a little bit of just like humidity. That's why it feels like it's like wet outside, but it's gonna be perfect for a run. I'm definitely not gonna need 2 water bottles, but it's gonna be nice because I'm just so over running in the Vegas heat. It's just so hard and hot and I get so tired. So it's gonna be a nice change of pace. Got my bib number 1361.
Maddie! Woo! Let's go!
That look easy.
Woo!
Yeah, mile 7 or hour 7.
Get your trophy.
Is that a PR?
PR.
How much?
I have to look, but I know for a fact my pace was like 11:50, and then it went like the highest was like 12:20. Normally I'm like.
No, it's like it's an hour.
Let's see. How we feeling? All
water
right.
and a donut.
Water and a donut. All right.
All right, we are done. I finished in an hour and 7 minutes, hit a PR. My first mile was like 11:30, 11:32, and my slowest mile was mile 3, which is where my feet went completely numb, and that was a 12:49. So I was pretty much in between like the 11-12 minute mile, which is my fastest because normally a lot of my long runs are like 13-14 minutes. So I'm super stoked and we did it. Gummy box.
I literally want that. The Saigon cinnamon crumb. In the fucking,
Post-half marathon donut muffin, cinnamon sugar. Want to try it? Yeah, okay, we'll use that one. We'll try it at the same time. Cheers. Look at a churro. It's cakey.
That is so
Really
good.
good.
Oh my gosh.
Eggs Benedict donut. It's savory.
Chocolate.
This one's like a
Chocolate.
like a lava cake. That's exactly what it tastes like. You want what, babe?
What's up?
Okay.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
History was made, my friend.
10 out of
Is
10.
this yours, the churro?
The churro one is mine. That's yours.
What one do you want me to cut?
that is like the most unique thing I've ever eaten in my life.
It's so good, right?
Oh,
I just showered. I'm so tired right now. It is 11:30. We are going to go with our friends right now. I think I don't even know. They want to go to Melrose or the Grove. We're just gonna go hang out for a little bit. I'm so tired. I have no makeup on because I just like, I'm exhausted. But my Buff Bunny bodysuit on, it launched today, so I wanted to wear it, of course. I'm starving. All I've had is my oatmeal this morning, my fig bar before my run, and then after my run I had like a donut and a half. So I really want some lunch right now, but yeah, we're gonna do that. And then I think we're honestly gonna head out tonight. The plan was to head out tomorrow morning, but we just would much rather head out tonight and just drive through the night since it's only like a 4-hour drive from us. So I think we might leave tonight, and then that way we can sleep in a little bit tomorrow and just like get a fresh start to being home tomorrow, which will be so fun. And then I want to sit down and be able to go over like running, my 10K, things I did to prep, and just kind of talk a little bit about running the 10K and my journey to getting there. This is so cute. It is relaxing.
Relaxing.
You had a fun day yesterday, huh?
Hey, I know. Not die.
Alfred is a vibe though. Why does it say Prime? Do they like Amazon Prime it to you?
Maybe it's Prime Coffee, you know, just like.
Alfred X Prime FYC.
I don't know.
For your coochie.
What? Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe they're doing a collab with.
Oh, slay. Is Alfred only in LA?
That's a great question. I have no idea.
Oh my gosh.
This was 27.
Got a poke bowl. My poke bowl was 17. Slay. That looks amazing.
2 sushi rolls. This one's like soft shell crab.
What'd you get? A chicken sandwich?
It's a classic chicken sandwich.
Yum.
with fries.
What they're getting.
Hello, we are back post-race. I ran my race last weekend. It is now Thursday later on in the week. I wanted to make this like sit down with you guys a lot sooner, but I've just been busy getting back into the swing of things with work, and so I haven't been able to sit down and talk to you guys. I'm also breaking out right now horrendously. Well, this is horrendous for me at least. Skin is not skinning right now, but it's fine. We're gonna work with it anyway. I wanted to sit down and talk a little bit of my recap after my race and talk about like how the race went for me, how I felt, how I trained for it, and things that I did. After I ran my first 5K race, I sat down with you guys and I kind of talked about the tips and things that I did to really get prepared for that race, and I thought I would do the same exact thing for this 10K race. I started running in January. For those of you who don't know, it is now the end of May, almost June, so I started running like 4 to 5 months ago. When I first started running, I just started running for the sake of like, I wanted to try something new. I had only ever weightlifted for the last 6 years, and I was like, I really want to try something new. I want to just challenge myself, and I was just getting really bored with only weightlifting. So I started running. I had no plans of doing any races. Like, that was not the goal. The goal was not to start running and like start training for races, but I was in, I think, week 2 of beginning my running journey, and my friend Erica asked if I wanted to do a 5K race with her. She was doing the 10K and she asked if I wanted to do the 5K, and I was like, cool, this is awesome. It'll give me a goal to set and work towards, and I'll be able to have something to work towards with my fitness, because when I've been going to the gym, like I've just done cuts and bulks over the last 1.5 to 2 years, and while those are amazing goals, I just felt like I was getting so bored with that. Like I wasn't training to be a power lifter or be a bodybuilder or anything, and I didn't want to do that, but I also felt like I was getting bored with not really having a goal to work towards. So once she asked me if I wanted to do the race, I was like, absolutely, that's gonna be so fun. I'll be able to train for something. So I started training in like mid-January-ish for this 5K race. I ran the 5K in March on St. Paddy's Day weekend, I believe. So I had 2 months of running or so before I started running that 5K race, and then after that, I started my 10K plan, so March to May. My plan was to run the 10K actually this weekend, so Saturday, May 25th, but my friend Erica asked me to go to LA. Well, asked Eli and I to go to LA with her and her husband. And we were like, okay, we'll go to LA for the weekend, like just gonna like have some fun, hang out. She was running a half marathon, and that was the original plan, was to go watch her. And then she ended up finding out that like the half marathon also had a 5K and a 10K. And she goes, why don't you just run your 10K here in LA? And I was like, girl, that is a phenomenal idea. I don't want to run my 10K here in the Vegas heat. It is already 90 something degrees. And I think this Saturday it's supposed to be like 92 or 93 out. So good thing that I ran the race this last weekend, but I was like, cool, I'll just run the 10K race a week early. And I knew that I could run it a week early because I had ran a 10K in my training plan. So the furthest that I ran in my training plan leading up to the 10K was 6.5 miles, and a 10K is 6.2 miles. So I knew that if I could run 6.5 miles, I also ran 6 miles in my plan prior, I knew that I could run the 10K race easily. So I knew that I'd be able to achieve it. I didn't have a time goal or anything going into this. You know, once I do like my first year of all my races, I think maybe training next year, I'll start having like time goals where I want to run a 5K in a certain amount of time, run a 10K in a certain amount of time. But for right now, it's just, I just want to run for the sake of running and like complete these distances. So went to LA, ran the 10K race on Saturday the 18th, and it was amazing. The weather was great. Leading up until the race, you guys can kind of see in some of the video clips, I prepared so much better for this race than I did the 5K. With the 5K, I think I literally had like a little like Nutri-Grain bar, and that was that. I was not stocked up on electrolytes. I was not stocked up on water. I did not go into the race prepared, and I feel like I kind of was able to get away with it because the distance was a lot shorter than the 10K, and I had ran 3 miles, 3.2 miles multiple times, and like for me, that's an easy run now. So I think that that's why I got away with it. I don't suggest doing it. I think no matter the distance of the race that you're training for, you should properly prepare yourself for the race. So for this race, I did things a lot differently. The night before, I carb loaded up. We had Mexican food. Probably wasn't the best idea considering I have really major stomach issues, but I took some Tums. I was good to go. I drank a shit ton of water, and then the morning of the race, my race was at 7:30. I got up at 5 a.m. In the Airbnb, I made myself some oatmeal. I took a Nutri-Grain bar with me, and I also drank electrolytes prior to the run, and then also electrolytes right after the run. So I was like fully stocked up on water, hydration, and just like having food in my system. I woke up at 5, and I'd say I ate my oatmeal about like 5:15, 5:30, which I wish I would have pushed it out closer to like 6 because I ended up being hungry as soon as I got in the car to drive to the race. So I ended up eating my Nutri-Grain bar or my Nature's Bakery fig bar in the car. So that right there, I think, is like 200 calories in that bar, and then oatmeal, I don't even know how many calories it is in oatmeal. I mean, I don't know off the top of my head, but I was like carb loaded up. I had heavy carb source first thing in the morning, and then I had another carb source right before the run. I drank some hydration sticks. I showed you guys in the video what hydration sticks I was drinking, but I had lemon lime in the morning about like 5:30-ish with my breakfast, and then I had another one directly right after my run. I stretched. Starting the race, I want to say that my first mile, if I remember correctly, was 11:45, I think was my pace. And for those of you who follow me on like TikTok and Instagram, you guys know that my pace is not anything fast. I typically am a 13 to 14 minute mile girly, but lately, since I've been so consistent with running, I have been able to get down to like the 12-minute paces. And so I've been sitting at about like 12 to 13 is my new pace, which is awesome. And that just goes to show like consistency takes you the furthest, end all be all. So with the race, I ran about 11:45 the first mile, and then from there I think I was able to maintain in the 11s for the first 2 miles. After that, I went to the 12s to like the 12:30, I think was my longest mile time that I had. And I felt good. I would say about first 3 miles in, first mile was amazing. By mile 2.5, 3, maybe even 2 is when my feet went numb. And if you're a runner, maybe you can tell me why this happens, but whenever I start doing long distances, my feet go numb. So I was running, we had to run the course twice. So I just did my first time down the course, and I'm running my second time back to the course. So I think I'm almost at mile 3, and my feet were completely numb. And I'm running, and I'm like, if I like rolled my ankle right now, I don't know if I'd feel it, because like my ankles and my feet are so numb. But it just felt like I was running on like big cushion clouds. But I was like, you know what? We're just gonna keep pushing through. I've had this happen before, and I just continue running, and I'm normally totally fine. So by mile 3.5, 4, my feet were no longer numb. They were good. And then they ended up going numb again on the last mile, I think, of my run. And then on that last half mile of my run, my feet were completely normal again. And so my feet went numb in and out throughout the run, but it wasn't anything like super crazy or where I felt like I needed to stop the run or anything. Leading up until the run for training, I use Runna for my training. I'll put my code here on the screen for you guys. Code Maddie2 will get you guys a discount on Runna. It is amazing. I started using it before I even started working with them and got a code with them, but I love it. They are super affordable, and there's so many different running plans that you can do. I'll give you guys a quick little overview of what my running plan looks like now, but you put in there like what is your level of running, like can you run this distance, what is your time normally for running if you're a beginner, if you're intermediate, if you're training for a race. And so once I completed my race, I went into a maintenance plan, as you guys can see. So I have 12 weeks here at maintenance before I start training for my half marathon, and it'll literally tell you like what kind of runs you're doing, easy run, long run, interval runs, hill runs. It'll tell you the pace to like run that at. So like run at a conversational pace of nothing faster than a 14:40. Like it'll tell you exactly the pace that you should be at, which is what I love because I know nothing about pace. And like honestly, if you would have asked me how to start my running journey, I probably would have told you everything that I saw online, which was run the hardest that you can, the quickest that you can, because that's just what I thought you had to be doing. So it's super helpful to have Runna to basically tell me like the paces that I should be running, how long the run should typically take me. If you're running too fast, Runna will literally tell you in your headphones, slow down, you're going too fast, or speed up, you need to go faster. So you know the area of your pace to stay in, which is super helpful. So that's honestly what helped me with being able to train for this race. I am using Runna also to train for my half marathon. I love it. There's just like not enough good things that I can say about it. Really quickly, I'll give you guys a little overview on some of the things that I use during my race. Now, I don't think these things are necessary, but these are just what I tend to use. First thing being my headphones. I use the Shock headphones. They are the open ear headphones. I will put a picture of what these Shocks look like here on the screen. I don't have them anywhere near me, but I had ran with AirPods for the longest time, and a lot of people say that their AirPods will fall out whenever they're running. I never had an issue with that, but if you do have an issue with that, or if you want to be able to hear your surroundings, 10 out of 10 recommend the Shocks open ear. You can get them from Amazon or Best Buy. I have them linked to my Amazon storefront as well as my Like to Know It if you guys want to go check those out. But I love them. They basically have like an open ear, like they fit to your bone structure in an open ear piece where you can still hear the surroundings around you. So that's what I like, is the fact that I can hear people running behind me, people coming up on me. If there's a car, I just feel so much safer, especially being a female who runs alone. I love having headphones that just make me more aware of my surroundings. So highly recommend those. Those are my like go-to headphones. You guys know, if you guys watch my running video or if you're going to go watch it, my running vest is like my favorite thing ever. And if someone tells you you don't need a running vest to run a 5K race, don't listen to them, because if you want one, 100% go get one. Do you need one? No, you don't need one. But if it makes you feel better having one, and if you want to have one, then I say go for it. I ran my first 5K race with a running vest, and so many people were telling me in the comments of my videos, you don't need a running vest, you're only running 3 miles, like why do you need a running vest? It's just a trend. I love my running vest, and I love being able to put my keys in it, my AirPods or my Shocks case, my phone, my water bottles, my pepper spray, my knife, like everything is on me. That is why I like my running vest. So if you want to get a running vest, if you've been thinking about it, is it a necessity? No, you don't need one, but if you want one, go for it. Like there's no such thing as fucking running vest police, and people shouldn't be downing other people for wanting to get a running vest regardless of the distance that they run. So I love my running vest. It's from Lululemon. I have it also in my Like to Know It if you guys want to go check it out. I ran with my New Balances. Now I have a couple of other shoes that I have as well. I have like my Vaporfly Flyknit, I think is what they're called. I have those. Those are carbon plated. Technically, like you're supposed to wear those for runs or races or speed training. I just wanted to run in my New Balances because I hadn't ran in my Vaporflies yet, and I didn't know if I'd get blisters. So if you have a new pair of running shoes, break them in before race day, because you do not want to race in a brand new pair of shoes that are not broken in yet. That is not going to be a good idea, especially if you haven't ran in them before. You may get blisters, you may get injured, roll your ankle or something. So like just go into your race with shoes that you know are comfortable and are broken in and you've ran in before. So I ran in my New Balance 1080 V13s, again, in my Like to Know It. Also went over them in my running video as well, but I ran in those. I also wore my running socks. I love running socks. I have not had a blister yet, and I run in the Vegas heat. They're not cotton. They're just like a super thick material that help with like sweat wicking and being able to just like prevent you from getting blisters. And they're not thin, because if your feet are constantly running or if your feet are constantly rubbing on your shoe, you can get blisters if your socks are too thin. So Running socks, I got mine from Target, again, in my Amazon storefront if you guys want to check them out. I also have some from Amazon, but those are the things that I felt like were really helpful during my run. Like I said, none of these things are necessary. You really just need like a good pair of shoes. Running socks I think are necessary, and you know, if you want to run with music, cool. If not, you don't need to. But those are kind of like the things that I can give whenever it comes to necessities for running. But I wanted to kind of give you guys a little recap on the race, how I trained, how I prepared for it. If you guys have any questions about it, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. I'll also have my running essentials video linked down there as well. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out and tuning in for my 10K race. I cannot wait to bring you guys along for my half marathon. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in next time's video.